Okay.
Hello. We are live now, and I've realized, like, before I started that, like, I'm not an audio engineer, and I never will be. So just, let us know if it just sounds terrible, and I'll fix it right up. Like, I've had my mic not even on before. I'm Calliope, the main voice and editor and owner of Weeb Revolution. We haven't done a stream since we changed the name from Shonen Ronin, so, this should be fun.
Beginning of a new era.
We have Zolo. Have you ever been on one of these, Zolo?
No, this is my first time.
Yes, Zolo is a legend. He's been here all along, but this is his first appearance. We have regulars. We have Eminem returning from the grave.
What grave? The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I have never died. It's just a false rumor. I am eternal. I am God's firstborn son.
You are the Demon King.
I am the Demon King, yes. The firstborn son of God is, of course, Jesus Christ. The secondborn son of God is, of course, Jim Sterling. I am the thirdborn son of God, Eminem. Bow before me, mortals. Yes. Hello.
We have Soviet winter prison again.
Greetings, everybody. It's nice to be around again. Talking about new shows.
Yeah, a couple
Not
new shows.
Too many. Not too many.
Nah, man, this is Drylands we're gonna be covering this time.
And we got Wikijipo, who was literally cramming episodes of anime as we started.
Yes, and I just watched Deca-Dence, and I'm really confused.
I just started watching, like...
Yeah, imagine, you were invited to do a seasonal anime live stream, and the most hyped show of the season, Deca-Dence. You only just now watched episode 2, which turned the entire plot on its head.
Yes, it
I was
did.
watching ReZero over and over, okay?
I understand. He gets it. He is a man of culture.
And by the way, Posadis Pac-Man is on his way. He's gonna join us shortly.
Supposedly.
We don't know.
I'm gonna need him for the Fujoshi, because we need an Australian. People love Australian accents.
That they do.
We are real communists, by the way. We make a lot of meme videos, so we could be more professional. In the future, I want to do some shout outs for people who actually go more in depth for theory and stuff like that. Denki Kang's real good friends with us, so go check him out. But
I talked to Hakeem once on Discord.
Hakeem, yeah.
I'd say we're friends, but who knows?
I mean, to be quite fair, allegiances on our side of the political spectrum tend to shift very quickly and suddenly. I don't know if you noticed.
We're trying to make a more positive reboot with this rebranding as Weeb Revolution. So some things will change, but we want to be more leftist. Before, it was kind of memey. So
yeah. Oh, he's here.
Yes, the man himself.
Yep.
And
Good day,
if you
everyone.
thought it was a meme, we have the legend himself, Posadis Pac-Man.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Now Annie Markey as his channel.
Anime Anarchy. Yo. What up? So how we going, guys?
Pretty good. We haven't really started talking about any shows yet.
And thanks God for that, because we do not have much to talk about. So the more we waffle about, the better.
Yeah, but Food Wars Season 5 is back on the air, folks. So that's all that really matters.
I mean, you're not wrong. This is all that really matters, especially when put against all the other shows that are airing. However, it's still the 5th season of an already successful show that everybody recognizes and loves. We're not going to be covering new grounds by talking about the 5th season of Food Wars here.
No, we're not going to be covering new ground, but we're going to be covering the only ground that matters, as I said before.
Yeah.
I guess, I guess that works.
So, we didn't do a seasonal live stream for last time because coronavirus kind of ruined it, and the shows got all delayed. This Food Wars is this season.
A lot of this season is just stuff that was delayed from last season.
This capitalist police detective show is this season, Balance Unlimited, where you literally solve crimes by spending money. Yes. How progressive, how woke.
That sounds fun.
It's pretty Fujoshi bait, but like it's actually kind of fun. So,
dude, that sounds like something I could enjoy getting angry at.
I don't know. Is it a critique that like the main character says stop like hitting people with your wad of cash to like solve problems? I don't know. I don't know about that one, guys.
That's what's cool about Millionaire Detective, because, you know, in some extensive way, if you look at it through proper class analysis, he is probably responsible for most of the crimes indirectly in the first place.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, this is the whole Batman dilemma, right? Like, we all know that Bruce Wayne is a very weird dude, a millionaire who dresses up as a bat and does crime, so...
No, the guy literally says openly in the start of the show, like, I solve crimes for fun. Like, he's doing this for shits and giggles. Like, he's not, like the main character, like the detective, is in trouble. Basically, it's not. He's in trouble like every cop in anime is in trouble for. Kind of like the guy in Copcraft and Akane Tsunemori in Psycho Pass. This guy is in this shit end detail because he decided to try and take on the system and lost. Like, you know that's going to be the script. And then all of a sudden, the guy who literally embodies the system comes down and he's like, yeah, man, I'm just here to be a detective for the old shits and gigs. I'm doing this for fun. Like,
okay, so he is less Batman and he's more Seto Kaiba, which I guess it works to his advantage, because as we know, Seto Kaiba is like one of the greatest anime characters of all time.
Of course. On a quest to become the greatest duelist ever.
Yeah, like,
this show's okay, but I'm not sure we're gonna learn anything new from it. It's it's just kind of your detective show. That's all.
Anime Anarchy talking about statistical analysis of Millionaire Detective coming soon. No, not really. I can't honestly be.
You have a video coming out on like the legal systems and law, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually as soon as my graphics designer gets back to me with a thumbnail. That's coming out this weekend actually.
Dude, do you have a full graphics designer? Jesus.
Yes,
okay, Calliope.
Oh yeah,
this is what we've
here.
been
I'll pull it up. But like, I'm pretty sure the same graphic designer who made his new like avatar and all that.
No, it's a different one. So that's my artist. She's a great anime artist from Indonesia called Aramin. Hashtag plug. She is the person who drew my avatar. $25 is all this avatar cost me. Can you believe that?
Wow.
$25 is all this avatar cost.
One of your commenters pointed out, but I do miss the dolphins. I do miss that.
Look, yeah, as I said, the reason why I rebranded my channel is because I sort of had to have a good hard look at myself, and I was like, am I really a bread tuber anymore? And I'm like, no, I'm an anatuber who's in breadtube. Like, let's be real here. So I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. But like, yeah, like my latest meme video about the Trash Taste podcast, I don't know about you guys, but I felt fucking called the fuck out.
Dude, that whole shit, dude. That was like, damn. I was like,
oh, Wikijibo actually lost it. Like, he went on this like entire rant, like the entire night. Like, I'm going to go after Sea-Dog and Connor from Trash Taste. He's like pulling out all these like statistics about tier lists in other communities.
This Discord's pretty chill though.
I don't even have context for what the fuck y'all are talking about right now, but I find it hilarious. So.
Basically, every anime review channel that doesn't have 1 million subscribers was called out directly and personally attacked.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. The figure he used for exact numbers was everyone who has 10 to 100,000 subscribers, basically. So technically,
they find good content as popular content. And if you are not popular, that means you suck, and that's because you are a circle jerker. It kind of sounds that way, but they are all vague. So if you actually directly ask to them, they're like, oh, no, we didn't mean that. But if you go and watch it, that's kind of what they say.
Yeah, like, the reason why is they sort of... They are highlighting an actual industry in the Anitube community,
dude,
like an issue
he found Shaves, bro. He subscribed to Shaves. He's Digest.
Yeah, if you don't know, there's
that
you can search
issue.
like the AniTube Digest, and it basically shows you like all of the best reviews, anime reviews of the week. I'm only recommending it because sometimes we're on there. Sometimes.
Yeah.
A small tangent, but I do love the fact that we're starting this seasonal anime review by a hot YouTube drama. So
Yeah, okay. We're just getting into the spirit, seeing as the rest of YouTube just decided to implode with child sex scandals. So, like,
Yeah, that's fair.
The channel too, because it is.
We're just getting in.
You know, we stream since like rebranding, so.
We are the Weeb Revolution.
We are the Weeb Revolution, yes.
It's our reset point, right? So.
You could say we're starting from zero.
We're starting from
zero. We're starting launching another YouTube channel. Yeah.
No,
Just segue. Just segue.
Oh, okay, there's like only one show worth talking about this season, basically. That's the second season of Re:Zero.
The Amnesia Space Whale is back. Rem is still best girl.
Oh my god.
Felix is still not a dude.
This is actually going to cause the most strife between us, this discussion on Re:Zero, because we actually have dissenting opinions about this.
Yeah,
and then we also have staunch defenders who see no flaws.
Okay.
Zolo, who says Stalin did nothing wrong, also says Re:Zero did nothing wrong. So
okay, real talk though, and I'm just chucking in here. I am not invested in Re:Zero Season 2 for the same reason that a lot of people crashed out on Attack on Titan, which is, it has been so fucking long since Season 1 that I have forgotten 90%. Like, I remember a space whale that causes you to forget people. I remember this guy being literally given the cutest, most wholesome, most wonderful girl in the world, and says, "Fuck you! I'm gonna go."
Still being a fucking simp for Amelia.
Fucking backhead, bitch slap.
She's not a simp. It's the opposite. She was a simp for him.
No, shut up. The official party line. The official party line is
okay. We are gonna talk about it when the show comes up.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, you guys.
The dude is such a simp. He is refusing a relationship with the best girl ever because he is such a simp. Like, no, he is terrible. He is unlikable. He is unwatchable.
But here's the divide, though, is because the other party line is that Amelia is the most leftist character in the show. And
she's not. She's not, though.
She's a fucking liberal.
She's a red lib at best, and that's not a good best.
Give me the evidence.
Oh,
I am going to establish socialism by establishing a monarchy. Okay, I'm going to throw shade out this way. Okay, Kim Il-sung, back up a second.
But she wants equality.
What? How? In what way does she want equality? In no way does she want equality.
Okay, we need to give
if you want anime only, it's pretty hard to know.
Wiki Jigo's actually writing a script on Re:Zero, so let's give him a couple minutes to actually lay down his points defending Amelia, because you'll just yell over him.
Okay. But please give us an abridged version. Don't give us anything that will appear in the script, because we have to milk this shit.
Doing it for the views, boys.
Yeah, do it for the Vine.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do it.
I will speak up first, Wiki. You don't have to. I got this.
Yes. Another white knight appears.
Yeah, the man who thinks Love Live Sunshine is better than Muse. Excuse me, no.
Love Live Sunshine is a better show, and it is a better band. And if you watched it, you would know, but you refuse to watch it. So how can you really have an opinion on it? You don't have an opinion on it.
Hanukkah is Mother Anarchy.
You merely perpetuate your biases onto the Sunshine franchise when you have never indulged it and gave it a fair chance. If you gave it a fair chance, you would see that there is actually more growth and there is better songs in Sunshine.
Well, I would lay down the absolute law that Zombieland Saga is better than both. Dab. Anyway, Re:Zero.
Re:Zero, yes,
starting over from Re:Zero.
Starting this stream over from zero.
Okay,
man.
I have
Zolo?
one question before starting. Actually,
Okay.
I just want to know, pose this. What did you
Yo.
think of Connor? Do you actually think there is circle jerkers in the YouTube community? Is that actually a real problem?
That's a real problem for sure.
Oh yeah.
There
It
are
is?
internal discords where only anti-tubers are, who have very low sub counts, and it's just them complimenting each other's videos. Like their audience
there's a
is
secret sub.
their audience is other anti-tubers, and I don't think that's necessarily bad, but like that's how it works. Is the main demographic for some channels is other creators, and you could consider that fine. Like it's a good, if that's their hobby, okay. But like, is that the definition of a circle jerk?
I mean,
Possibly.
like, there's voice acting, and there's also, like, ASMR channels. You ever look at the bottom of an ASMR channel, you're gonna see 50 fucking comments telling you, wow, great ASMR. So it's not that uncommon.
Like, I mean, the problem I have with it is that, like, when I contrast, like, as far as I can tell, Shonen Ronin, or we are now Weeb Revolution, our objective is to spread class consciousness through anime,
Yes.
or rather enunciate on the class nature of anime and how, as an art form, anime expresses leftist or socialist viewpoints, or at least in some way tackles social issues. I mean,
if you saw ReZero, you would understand that Amelia is actually going about addressing.
We're gonna get there.
Hold on, that.
We got the
I'm sorry, you come at my girl that way. You gotta know that it's like it's on.
Zolo is in the ultimate twist of irony for a socialist. He is the king of the waifu war. Peak irony hours.
Okay, first of all, if we're going to like do this sort of like, oh, they have a monarchy. Why can't they have, I don't know, a democratic republic or whatever the fuck you want to fucking project onto
Material
the ReZero Isekai universe? The fact is, it's in another world, so it's going to develop differently than here would. We don't know.
So you understand?
Keep the monarchy indefinitely. We don't know. If you remember how Three Houses went, where the best girl in that one was like, you know, we're gonna like whatever, eventually transition to a new world, which I think Amelia might do too. We don't know.
But here's the problem with what you're saying. As a person who himself wrote a script for a Hunter x Hunter video where I argued that a materialist analysis of the Hunter x Hunter universe is ridiculous because there is like the Hunter Association and people have Nen. And I know, Zolo, that what you're doing right now is a cop-out. This is a cop-out. You are trying to avoid a materialistic analysis of ReZero universe.
No.
How am I trying to avoid a materialistic analysis?
No,
here. All I'm saying is the fact that they are transitioning from a oligarchy into a monarchy again because they were previously in a monarchy. So I guess, I don't know, what you might be presupposing is the best outcome would be, I don't know, Felt wins and we get anarchy. I don't know what your like presupposition is. I guess you want refugees, and I guess you want the balkanized kingdom of Luginica to turn on itself and have people murdering each other and shit and whatever. But I mean, like, it's a work of fiction, so I guess that's okay. You know, it's not a huge deal.
I'm gonna turn this sword on you. If I may quote the man himself, the situation under heaven is utter chaos. The situation is excellent. Chairman Mao Zedong. Fucking critical support for Felt in her ability to accelerate the contradiction. We're gonna crash this ship and everybody on it.
I'm with Pac-Man on this. But also, I will say that the thing is, like, it's not necessarily that
Felt is the only other viable candidate, in my opinion, if you're a leftist. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Felt. I think Felt's strategy will result in a lot of unnecessary.
And you have to consider the knight behind her that is like the guardian of Felt is a knight. So like, how's that any different?
Well,
Yeah.
like, I
We
mean,
could
Let's
consider
consider
a class
Fel's
traitor.
supposed to be a
We
very
could be
young
considered a
person.
class traitor. We could
She
consider
is
Reinhardt.
poor. She has no idea what's going on, and all she wants, she just hates all the system because she has been screwed by it. She grew up on the slums. She's like
She is
been
literally
suffering her
Vosh.
whole life.
She is literally Vosh.
She is just stealing so that she
Oh,
can't.
God.
She'll
Okay.
open
Oh,
OnlyFans.
this is see, but I have an issue with this because this is turning from a presentation of Amelia's policies into a discussion of why Feld sucks, and I can give you like with full
Well, you were
confidence.
saying
And
why Amelia sucks, so I don't see why we wouldn't talk about why Felt sucks.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. I can see.
Talk over people when other people are trying to make a point. I guess I kind of find it annoying.
Okay, okay. Point
Oh,
taken. Okay.
damn! This is a
some-
spicy stream.
Some serious battle lines are being drawn here. I don't necessarily think that.
So if you're gonna call her a rad lib, that's fine. But also, let's talk about how balkanization worked in Yugoslavia. Didn't turn out so well, in my opinion. I don't know. Just my opinion, I guess.
Sure, but like all I wanted to say, the only thing I wanted to say with all of this, is that I don't necessarily have any other horse in this race. Like, I'm not saying that there is a candidate that is better than Amelia. I'm just saying I'm not convinced that Amelia is really on a trajectory towards some kind of emancipation.
Have you watched the show?
Yes, I did watch the first season.
Watch it all? Watch it all.
The first season. I didn't watch the second season.
Yeah, you didn't watch it.
I was a Ray Zero hater, so I'm just going to reveal my perspective after reading WikiGepo's stuff. But it really is the way the show starts by showing the poverty of the world and immediately trying to address that. And you can argue, is this the right way to address it through Amelia? But we are just starting from the material conditions. Where we go from there, we'll see. But it's not like an isekai, which is just going to ignore these problems and sweep them under the rug. No big deal. Poverty, not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to point out that the sort of angle I'm coming at it from is just sort of Amelia's position in regards to what she wants. She says, I'm going to make the kingdom an equal world for everybody. It does sort of strike me as this is noble goals, sure. I'm getting Euphemia vibes from Code Geass, just a little bit. But more to the point, I sort of find, in contrast to throw in the wild card here, there is a distinct difference between how I'm perceiving Amelia and how she wants to do it, versus, say, someone like Princess Charlotte from Princess Principal, who openly admits that perhaps the best way for the revolution and for the wall to come down and for her revolution to sweep the kingdom and to unify the countries would be her getting guillotined. She openly admits that perhaps her dying and therefore collapsing the monarchy with it is the best option.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting point,
I get
though.
what you guys are trying to say.
Wait. That's an interesting point, though, because we just got introduced. If we want to get into the nitty gritty, that there were these witches in the past history who were called the 7 deadly sins, right? But they got those nicknames because they were trying to do something good at first, and then they just got called witches.
Twisted over time.
Yeah, they became.
Oh, really?
They became twisted.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
The history was rewritten. It was changed, but they were doing good stuff. So
yeah,
what you can view that is that just happens. So
there's the case that
that's basically establishing, in my opinion, a dialectic and a contradiction. So will Amelia become a corrupt witch bent by history, or will she surpass it and actually do what she said she was going to do, which is make an equal society? And I think it's the latter, because we've already established that there has been a contradiction before, and we're going to go past that.
Well, okay, so I understand if you're on Team Felt. Okay, I want to make that clear. Anyone who's Team Felt, I understand. It's a monarchy. Monarchies are inherently reactionary. I understand your criticism of the monarchy. That makes sense. So even if it is a progressive monarchy, it could be considered not great, not good, not like whatever, not what we want as leftists. But like, let's look at the other candidates besides Amelia and Felt. You have to admit, like, of the candidate, like, there's
Amelia,
Amnesia Girl, pink-haired aristocrat.
We have Joe Biden.
And you got...
What? Wait, what?
An Amnesia Girl, Joe Biden.
Oh,
yeah, I guess so.
We got Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is in the mix, yes.
Wait, is that? Oh, wait, it's Crunch.
Yeah, that's Crush. Yeah.
Yeah, Crush with the green
Wait,
hair.
don't call her Amnesia Girl. What the fuck? Respect, dude.
No, well,
hang
did you
on,
watch
like-
any of season 2?
Respect went out the
I
window when
was.
they said Rem was
You
best
shouldn't
girl.
call her that. She's
Respect went out the window.
she tries her best.
I haven't seen season 2's first episodes yet, but like it's sort of like, realistically speaking, Zolo's right, and that's a sentence I don't like saying very often.
Well, I know, dude. It sounds bad in my ears.
Yeah, it sounds bad, but it's true. Zolo's right. Like, Felt and Amelia really are the only two sort of options. But I think it's like the way I see it is like
Is Felt
it
really
really
an option?
like well.
Felt is an option. As an accelerationist, I will say Felt is an option. Just
Well,
Just
that's not
as-
eye of the card. You don't have no idea what she would do.
yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
Exactly.
That's the
You know
point.
what
So-
she'd do? If she'd, like, get rid of the nobility, like, I don't know if she'd go full, like, Robespierre. Which
Oh no, she would. Like you know how much like
Probably.
she is like a girl who lives in poverty who's now ascending to the royal position. She would absolutely implode the entire class system. She would literally, like, we're talking anarchy in its purest sense. Like, I reckon
Yeah.
she would literally just implode the system and like, honestly, like, given how much that world, like, it could go the way of, like, you know, if I may enunciate on the doctrine of Comrade High Commander's new synthesis. All major revolutionary actions have taken in what could be considered apocalyptic conditions. Like, the conditions after the Russian Revolution were apocalyptic conditions. The revolutionary activity in China took place after multiple Japanese invasions, a history of colonial. All of these major revolutionary successes that we've had have taken place in apocalyptic conditions. And so I think that even if Felt's actions balkanize it and stuff, it will not be the solution, but a revolutionary party or movement could come forth during that period of instability and to become the solution. It's not so much creating the material conditions for the improvement of life, it is to create the material conditions which will lead to the creation of a party which will then achieve the situation that we
big brain, 3-stage revolutions.
Posada Towers, and hashtag filthy trot permanent revolution.
First, we gotta throw shackles of the monarchy. Then we gotta establish liberal democracy, and then we can have the third revolution, which is the socialist revolution. Very big brain.
Hashtag state Fredonians strike again.
Okay, we really got into technical detail. So, do you want to wrap it up on our thoughts on the second season specifically of Ray Zero?
Yes. I do want to add something to this. So,
What a stream, guys.
yeah. So, there's also the position of Subaru in all of this as well. Given his ability to return by death, he can change the outcomes of whatever actions are taken.
Thank you for that soundbite. I know what you were trying to do. You failed, but I know what you were trying to do.
No, I was trying to do the terrible.
I should have got
the
the audio board for this.
We should segregate that audio and use it for future memes because that was a good soundbite.
Yeah.
I've got it. I've got that piece of audio.
Okay.
Good work.
So in season 2, we see Subaru is learning more about this world. However, because of magic circumstances, he's unable to recall some important information about the history of this world. So in season 2, I think we'll have to see him and Amelia as well, because she's actually getting some more spotlight again after being missing for most of the first season.
Yeah, I feel like this is some recency bias that we saw Rem for like 10 episodes straight, and Amelia wasn't even on screen.
And when she was, she died in the same episode. So
that was the best episode, though, and I will say, as much as I dislike Ray Zero, it was one of the most like kick-ass episodes of all anime I've ever watched. So
it's an amazing episode.
I don't want to admit it because you're a contrarian.
That's an amazing episode.
That episode, the whole show is good.
Yeah, it is good.
I hear people be like, "Oh, that episode was good," but like the rest of the whatever is not good. It's like
no.
Which episode did you think was good?
Okay. Here's the thing. I will fully admit that Ray Zero is good, and you probably should watch it. I am not going to until I have an inkling of a suspicion that Subaru is a likable character, because I cannot stand this motherfucker.
I can't either. It's like I don't know. I think like my favorite moment in all of ReZero is, like you said, is that episode where Amelia dies. But like that's the one where like the political opponents and the evil witch's crew or whatever actually managed to get to her, and so like I really like that. But like
just watch the most recent episode.
Wait,
where she's like, that's the one where she's like frozen in that room right in the middle of the manor or whatever. Because
that does. Okay.
My favorite episode. That's my favorite episode.
That's episode 15.
Why? Because Puck turns into Simba Mark II Electric Boogaloo and just fucking slices Subaru's head off.
The world.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Critical support for Puck, but
definitely critical support for Puck, but no critical support for Subaru.
I guess that's your facade.
He's like an empath. In the first episodes, when he touches Subaru, he starts mimicking his actions. Like he's an empath, just like Emil.
Yeah, but like the thing that Subaru bothers, like the reason why he bothers me, is like he is such an arrogant shit. And then he becomes he's arrogant at first, then he becomes pathetic, and then when given the option, he just sort of he's just not like I like Kazuma more than I like Subaru.
Wow.
And Kazuma's entire shtick is about being a douche. Let's be real here. But I would prefer to hang out with Kazuma than I would hang out with Subaru.
I think. Okay. First thing, I will help you.
I think Subaru is the most controversial aspect of ReZero. Some people like him, some people don't. But he's definitely a refined taste. But I think we need to move on. We've got into the nitty gritty. We've got.
No, we don't.
We're done. There's only like 3 other anime to discuss. We can literally come back to ReZero later. Like there's literally 3 more anime. Maybe.
Are you saying we can return to from
we can start?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, boys, I gotta point out that, like, for example, in the latest episode, like, Subaru always hated himself. So you are not if you hate him, you are with his opinion as well.
Yes. If you hate Subaru, you are Subaru. Confirmed.
Yes. If you hate Subaru, you are Subaru, because this is some twisted logic we've gotten into. Battle Geeks would be proud of this madness that unfurled before us.
I'm going even further beyond. I'm transcending the isekai protagonists.
Okay, let's just go in order. Does anyone have any thoughts on Origaru? I don't have any thoughts on it. It's just the 3rd season.
I've started watching the show from the start. I don't even know about plot yet, but Origaru is great. I'm having fun with it.
I saw season 1. I haven't got around to watching.
The main character from episode 1 of season 1 of Origaru reminded me of Subaru.
The main character is the trap. We all know that. And if anyone disagrees, they're wrong.
But like,
so
I love the translation.
I guess I shouldn't say that word though. My bad.
So, okay. Well, any other thoughts? Anyone has?
Zolo self-critted, so please don't hold that against him.
Yeah. So, sorry.
Wonderful.
I was just. That's like the first thing I think about with Origaru is the tennis match. and like, you know, do you
Hey,
want to
peace
be
out. See ya. So, yeah. I don't know. This is the
Okay.
third season. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Like Origari season 3, watch Origari, really funny, really fun. My
Likeable
friend
characters.
my friend V will not shut up about Origari. He's a massive fan.
Oh no, you're from Brazil? Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
The Americas aren't having exactly a great time right now. In general.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, hey, like, nothing like the end of the world to spice shit up, fellas. Okay, what else is on this season? That's a good point, actually. What else is on? Because we
got another webtoon adaptation, the God of Highschool. And I was really liking the just mixed martial arts. It's kind of dumb, but like it looks nice.
It is kind of.
But then all of a sudden they just pull out JoJo's stance, and I don't know. It's kind of losing me there.
I don't know.
This might be where it gets me. So that's cool.
No, but this is what's thing. Like I always get in trouble on hot takes because like if anyone checks out my Mal account, if they check out my list, you're gonna get people who are looking at my list and they're like, Psychopath, Shinzo Kayori. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, look at all these really good shows.
Yeah,
we've got all these great things, and they're gonna hit down to like the 4 out of 10s and the 5 out of 10s, and they're gonna see Hunter x Hunter and Stardust Crusaders, and they're gonna have dropped, and everyone's gonna look at me and just be like, the fuck.
Yeah.
And like this is the thing. Like I don't want to get into God of Highschool because everyone tells me that God of Highschool is like amazing, and I'm like, yeah, but it's gonna be like Stardust Crusaders. It's gonna be like here's a pair of people with great powers at fighting. They're gonna fight for a bit, and then the episode ends.
I mean, I think its most direct parallel is obviously Tower of God.
Wait,
well,
is that
not
nothing
sure
to do
about
with
that.
show?
There's not many similarities, but like
No,
it is like getting the
both
same
being
hype.
webtoons.
It's getting the same hype. Like, oh my god, this is the best webtoon ever, and it's just a good webtoon adaptation.
That's exactly it. It's from the same like obscure format, and people are like, they're projecting their enthusiasm from that format getting a televised.
I'm kind of jealous as a person who has been watching Chinese animation. I'm just like, dang, I wish they were this hype about second seasons or new seasons of Donghua, But
Yeah.
The only
webtoon
Donghua
comes out and bam, it's like the most hype like show of the season. It's like that was just a good anime. It was good.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
God was good.
What I will say this about Donghua and what I really wish anime would start doing is because we watched, or at least I did, I binged Vinland Saga in like the space of a couple of days, right? And that went from being a show that I'd always put on the back burner, to replacing Steins Gate as my third favorite anime of all time.
Wow.
In one go.
Damn.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you guys know how much I fucking love Steins Gate. And what the adaptation of Vinland Saga shows me is that the Japanese style of storytelling and, as I must concede, the Chinese style of storytelling as well, the sort of grand epic sagas, if you will. The epic historical drama. Come on, Japan, get on that shit. Like seriously.
Yes.
Like I just
every Chinese Donghua, basically almost half of them are cultivation shows, which are like following the format of Journey to the West. This is
Yeah.
like a long saga. It's epic. It's basically the origin of shonen, to be honest, too.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like I there's obviously got to be one, but like we've had Sengoku Basara, which is like it's absolutely ridiculous fucking shonen battle series, which is just like all of the fucking daimyo from the Sengoku period are like hybrided in this weird steampunk universe where they fucking fight Tekken style with superpowers. I'm like, this is cool, and I find it funny that Ishidari Date like has like a giant fucking laser sword or some shit like that. I think that's hilarious. But you look at the Chinese Donghua scene, and like I've seen trailers for a few, but like you see this idea of the difference in perspective. How Japan's always talking about this fantasy, this adventure. How it always, like, even so, such a traditionalist society wants to forget its history. Whereas in China, they are obsessed with their history. They love their history.
They love.
Yeah, this is recent too. There is like a cultural rebirth in China. It seems.
Yeah, a cultural rebirth of Chinese history. After
really?
now, as much as I love his base destruction of the landlords.jpg, it's just I prefer. I really wish
the Cultural Revolution was a very turbulent time, and I've only studied the history of Chinese animation like by one YouTube video, so take whatever I have to say with a grain of salt. But like during that era of the Cultural Revolution, everything that was animation was focused on propaganda, and that's cool and all, but there wasn't any like creative freedom to do anything besides that. And like after that, there wasn't younger people interested in doing animation. And it seems like the Gang of Four, like they were even parodied in animation sometimes as like evil dragons that need to be killed. And like the older generation literally just died out to not pass on animation. But now it's back. We have a new generation. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Like this is all fascinating stuff, but we kind of have to get back to the seasonal anime.
Hey, seasonal donghua, seasonal donghua, just as important. Okay, just one quick shout out. But you may enjoy this. This is currently airing Song of Time. It's one of those epics we were talking about. I think it's even a webtoon adaptation, possibly. But the first few episodes, like it's not historical at all. Never mind. But it has fantasy elements. And they have a battleship, so I just thought it would be interesting for besides Pac-Man, because it's like they're shooting at these mythical beasts with a battleship. So I thought that might be
okay. I think that's cool. Like I'm down with that. I'm absolutely down with that. But what I was sort of getting to, as you guys know, is that fucking I saw Vinland Saga, and you've got King Canute, you've got King Harold, you've got all these real historical characters in their real historical events. Yeah, they're fictionalized and fantasized to a certain extent, but after seeing that, it proves to me, and I know there's manga, like for example, fucking the manga that is absolutely amazing that hasn't got an adaptation. I can't Vagabond, like the story of Miyamoto Musashi, like during the Sengoku period and during all of the turbulent times. Like, why isn't that an anime? Not only that. The proper adaptation of a proper history, talking about all the geopolitical intrigue. Like, if you watched extra credits as history episodes about the Sengoku Jidai, you watch that and you're like, yo, like a proper anime about the Sengoku period, in the style of Vinland Saga, the political intrigue here, the battles here, all this shit. How come this isn't a thing? Like, how come the big historical...
Vice is just pointing out that Kingdom, the manga, exists, so Kingdom is a thing.
Yeah.
Kingdom
is a thing, but the anime adaptation was garbage.
Yeah, the anime has pretty bad CG. If China made Kingdom, like, it would actually look way better, just saying.
That's what I'm saying, like...
Isn't there a bunch of anime that shows like the Nobunaga period and like all the factions and how they fought each other? Isn't there like is that like a very
like they're all like
they're usually isekai, to be honest.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Nobunaga isekai.
Yeah,
basically. For some weird reason, like the Japanese have a very weird relationship with Nobunaga as a person. Like he is the first really uniter of Japan in the Sengoku period, but for some obscure reason, he is always portrayed as this evil demon king, and I'm like, why? This is one of your like greatest national heroes.
No, because he was an absolute bastard.
Warlord.
He was an absolute bastard.
He was a bastard. He was a bastard, but like looking at it in hindsight,
he wasn't even the unifier of Japan. The unifier of Japan was Toyotomi Hideyoshi.
Okay,
but that's beside the point.
Okay. Also, I think the reason that we see more of a historical, how shall I call this, awareness of one's surrounding is because China is currently under a Marxist-Leninist government.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of helps them, keep an eye on what's, important and what isn't important. Even through animation. Like, if you just look at Your Hair Affair, like, the history of China under communism is addressed so well in that show. It's kind of unbelievable. Watch Your Hair Affair, everybody. Seriously.
Oh no, can't find it on Mal. But yes, it's great.
Yeah, it's probably worth checking out.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'm not saying. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, gotta finish talking. God of
We
Highschool.
we do not want to start the every weekend Pac-Man's friends versus the rest of the Weeb Revolution Discord.
Yeah,
That's a stream for another time, and I don't even know if anyone wants to see that.
the callback to the before he turned out to be a fucking Fed apologist. The Eastern Mushlands podcast used to have a segment called the Dip Dap Dabs on Dengist's Half Hour, which is
yes, we will not allow that here. This segment will not exist.
yeah.
So
Kind of hard when you're.
I don't know. Do you want to talk about a trashy anime? Because if we don't talk about trashy anime, we'll be left with nothing good left. I don't even know.
What trash have we got this?
There is Uzaki-chan, which is essentially we have an anime about a cute short stack, and that's it. That's
it. It's not even worth discussing. I don't think.
Yeah. That's all.
It's actually interesting.
Does it?
Is it? Okay. Wiki, feel free to get into it.
Okay, you have
Have
2
you guys
sentences.
seen the other manga that is very similar to this? That is like a girl who keeps teasing a boy, and the whole story is just that it became very famous.
Is that the famous one where it has like a sequel where they actually get married? Is that the one?
I didn't know there was a sequel.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about then.
I think I know what Calliope's referring to. He's referring to the show where the girl has like a forehead the size of a
Yes,
of a
that
Oh yeah,
show.
that's another one from
Yeah.
the same genre. Yes, like the Uzaki-chan is the same. It's like a very new genre, I guess, or maybe not that new. I don't know, but like it's a thing that has been happening. And the other one is for the big forehead girl who keeps teasing the boy, and it's the same thing. Like it's these two characters interacting with each other all the time. And
So
the
is there
girls
show
literally
has
always
anything
teasing
interesting
really
about this, to be
ending
honest?
song.
Does it?
Yeah,
Does
it's-
it count? I don't know if it counts this season because it technically came out last season. But I think like my nomination for a trashy show that is kind of fun for men and women of culture is Monster Girl Doctor. Just throwing this out here. My nomination for trash of the month. Throwing this in here. Yep, I'm just putting in
I
my
see.
nomination.
Yeah, I guess this counts.
This counts as trash. Yep, technically still airing. So, what episode are we up to on Monster Girl Doctor? Episode 3. Yeah, actually, yeah. So it counts.
if you type in on Google girl teasing boy manga, you will see like a bunch of examples, and those ones are here as well. We just commented on. So yeah,
There's
this is
also
the
a
thing.
great series called The Girl Who Verbally Abuses. It's not what it sounds like.
What?
It's
I mean,
not just about the. It's not just about.
I'm not really liking
the
this new genre, but here, let's get into the most controversial other trash show that's actually good, in my opinion.
Yes.
Rental
let's go.
Girlfriend. Let's go.
Yes.
We're not
Rental
avoiding
Girlfriend.
this.
Okay.
I don't know.
This is getting a lot of flack. But I don't feel like
Yes.
this is any different from any like rom-com like Nisekoi or what are some other big ones like Oregairu, like Snafu. I don't feel like it's any different
This
from.
feels like a nice happy medium between Golden Time and what's it called? The one with the girl that sort of looks like the girl from Oregairu, and the boyfriend has glasses, and like there's another couple in it, and like she has glasses and he has red hair.
I mean, well,
I
we
have
could
no
consider
idea.
it. If we were to take this to its full extent, we could consider this the Hegelian synthesis, in my opinion, because because from what I've seen of Rent a Girlfriend, the main character, like the girlfriend in question, is really sweet and kind when she's on the job, and like when she's off the job, she's a complete tsundere bitch, right? And like the act of purchasing. The act of purchasing
The
a
affection.
wholesome character, like the act of purchasing a wholesome character, we are seeing the synthesis of literally every romantic high school comedy, and interspecies reviewers. We are seeing these.
And interspecies reviewers. Thank you for that final cut.
I think that ruined the synthesis. Like I was like following you. Yeah, like yes, this makes sense, and then you lost me.
Yeah, I think it's a good
because it's the only, and the reason I'm saying this is it's the only other example I can really find of a flagrant example of the purchasing of affection.
Okay, but here's a counterpoint though, Pac-Man. Like, is this series actually conscious about that? Is it self-conscious enough to like ask these questions honestly, or is it just like something
yes,
that
there is the review process on the app, and it's like we need to get 5 stars out of 5.
I think it like honestly, from what I've seen of it, I've only seen a small amount of it. Like it strikes me as if you really tried hard, like honestly, and let's be honest, this Discord is full of tryhards in the terms of material analysis here.
We are communists.
We are.
Are there any more tryhards on the
Well, to give the
internet
show the benefit of the doubt, it is like analyzing negative relationships and like toxic ones, and like it's not a good thing that the character is renting a girlfriend. No, he's literally
like the alienation of.
Wait, pause this. Did you watch the first episode fully from this show?
As I said, I've only seen bits here and there, like Crunchyroll clips and shit like that. From
the first episode, the main character starts screaming that the relationship is fake. In the first, episode.
I did see that. I did see that. Yeah, and she turns around and grabs him and like yells at him. Yeah. And like I think
the show doesn't like these relationships at all. These sorts of things. It doesn't portray them in a good light in any way.
That's what I'm sort of saying.
It does portray like a good therapy. Like if you are feeling down, you can hire these girls and do something.
The only negative is that you know that she is going to be the main girl and she's going to win, and it's like what leaves the message of the show then that she won?
Yeah. Well, the story is going to go, and I'm pretty sure unless we see any massive curveballs.
Does that make this like Pretty Woman?
Maybe.
In a way, like because if he ends up like marrying, like, I know she's not a prostitute, like, at all, but, like, you know what I'm saying? I get the same kind of vibe.
Counterpoint, under capitalism, we are all prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Counterpoint, we're all egoists.
I mean,
Thank you, Mr. That was...
I'm spooked, right?
God.
I'm very spooked.
We are very spooked.
Thank you, Sterner. Very cool.
The sentiment.
I don't know. Like it sort of strikes me. Like realistically speaking, I could sit down and watch the whole thing, but I feel like I've got better things to do and better things to watch.
It's just a funny rom-com. Like
it is.
We need to start with this whole material analysis of the show. No, it's just bad if you're going to do that.
That's our entire shtick, though. That's the entire purpose of our
Yes, but we need people to know. We need people to know. Is it even good?
Like, I mean, really? From what I saw,
it's okay.
It's okay. Kind of, like, you could substitute it out with any rom-com. Like, honestly, if you're looking for rom-coms to watch,
if you haven't seen it yet, Golden Time. The thing that is unique about this show is that it is not high school. Like, we are in college and people are going on dates.
Yeah,
like,
that is
the classroom setting does not matter. There's no like, oh, I'm sitting behind you in the window seat and we just happen to glance eyes. None of that cheesy stuff. Like,
yeah. That is fair. That's true.
if you're gonna watch if you're really wanting good anime romance, drop all of this shit and just go watch Bunny Girl Senpai. Just do yourself a favor if you haven't.
Fair enough. That's a good point. That's a
hold
good
on.
point.
Has anyone seen One Piece?
I've seen like a couple episodes.
All 840 episodes or whatever we're on now.
All like 1,000.
I'm just looking at the chat and somebody asked if
they've already left though, and we
I know, but like still,
it's
we could
definitely
like
anarchist.
It's about making an effort, Calliope. It's about making an
effort. We missed it, but we can still answer the question.
I did answer the guy. I did answer him about it.
If we're going to answer these questions, we should answer them while the person is still here.
Yeah. Good point. Okay.
I have my limits, friend. One Piece is my limit.
One Piece is your limit? Is really? I mean, I guess
So
you could watch.
so probably going to become the longest running show is your limit. Okay, thanks for letting.
No. It's not going to be. It's not going to be because there's this anime that's been on morning TV since 1968.
Is that
still going?
Manga, longest manga maybe. Who knows? Is it actually, that title at least?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an expert.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we want to talk about the show where we can actually?
Yes, the infamous breaking of Soviet. Yes, ask this question again, my dear friend.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I was going to ask, do we want to talk about the show where we can talk about the material conditions and all that? If he knows what I'm talking about.
This is the show of the season.
This is the anime. This is like
original.
And that's Fire Force season 2.
No.
Right?
We're talking about Deca-Dence. We're talking about Deca-Dence.
Deca-Dence.
A hot take.
So, Climbey, do you want to start or should I? Because this is an interesting one.
Well, I'll just give a brief. You can finish it off, but Deca-Dence is a completely original anime, and it's immediately very interesting because we have these cool things we're flying around killing. It's basically
CG
kind of this setting of Attack on Titan you can think of, where the last remnants of humanity are surrounded by these weird beasts. They're basically playing Monster Hunter, which will become a bit more relevant later.
Yes, very relevant.
And they have this mecha fortress, and immediately
Deca-Dence.
the first episode we're thrown into the boots of just a person working their ass off for little reward, because it's basically an endless war that's going nowhere. And we're just cleaning off the mess of
the beasts
that were slaughtered off the mecha fortress. And it's a very it looks like a very tough job because they're on the side of the fortress.
Yeah, they could fall off any moment. It's very dangerous.
And the last line of the first episode is have a profitable day over the PA.
Yep.
So yeah, this is definitely probably the most leftist show, actually
of
systemically analyzing stuff. And it's great. You should definitely watch this one.
I will say that I am immediately put off by the cutesy quote unquote name Deca. Why do you have to be so cute, anime? Deca-Dence, really?
Well,
really?
You think this has no relevance in the first episode, but
yeah, episode 2 comes.
I'm not even. No. I'm see. Here's the thing. I'm sure it's in. What?
Once again, Eminem is showing his ignorance by commenting on a show he has not seen.
Yeah, by the way, yes. By the way, I haven't watched a single one of these.
And Eminem just shows up on the stream. It's yes, I am Devil's Advocate.
Contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. Welcome to an acceletionist life.
Because this is me.
This is how you think Felt is the best option.
Zoro, thank you very much, but I trolled my way into Weeb Revolution. So, fuck you. I've done it.
Calliope and I haven't even stated the actual plot of the show.
And I'm already a contrarian. I don't know. Being me is just the greatest thing on earth. Anyway,
it's because that hyphen is just, it's just
Standardist takes.
What?
Yeah.
How dare
I haven't even described the actual plot of the show yet.
I heard Monster Hunter.
So yeah, about that Monster Hunter thing. Episode 2, I don't think this is really a spoiler because it literally is the first minute of episode 2, and it's that name Deca-Dence, that's literally the name of our alien spaceship or AI spaceship where we're just watching the humans play this game, and it is Monster Hunter. We have these there's basically 2 classes, the humans, who are the last of their kind, and basically these androids that were humans in the past who are now this upper class. I forget what they're called.
Are they called automatons or something like that?
They're called gears.
Gears, yeah, that's right.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
and in the literal sense, they are gears of capitalism.
That's exact. So the gears, like we find out that they're actually like basically orchestrating this entire conflict between the humans and the monsters, and they're using the blood of the defeated monsters as like a resource that they collect, and that's what they're using the humans to do, is to just extract raw resources,
get the SP points.
Yeah,
man, that
does sound pretty much like an imperialism, if I do say so myself.
Decadence is the acceleration of the dialectic to the like extreme.
Or at least it sounds very aware of.
There's this one line where it's like that humanity, like the DNA code of humanity, has been copyrighted, and like there are different domains of planet Earth where like different factions
like have sanctioned off for like different corporations,
and
basically.
Yes, this corporation Deca-Dence is just playing Monster Hunter. Like it is just the MMO
with like people though. So like they are using the people like literally to like
the people are commodities.
Literally commodities.
Explain this to me.
A video game.
Who's playing the game exactly? What's going on? Like
the gamers.
There are people
The
gamers. Are humans just Husk-class avatars that you can just go in as like as a robot that you can just control, or the humans are actually alive? Like what's going on there?
They have chips that they implant in the people that allow them like to be able to control them, I believe. Is that right, Calliope?
I'm not sure about that specification, but probably. The gears can on like spy missions. I feel like this is only special operative gears who are like the counterinsurgency can become humans, but most of the gears are literally like separated by class lines, and it's not clear to the humans. The humans have no idea what's going on. They literally think they're just like doing a fight for survival. Here.
Yeah, they think they're in Attack on Titan, essentially.
They think they are in Siege the anime, according to Posada's Pac-Man.
Siege, read Siege, the manga.
No.
Read Siege.
We're referring to Attack on Titan, by the way.
Oh my god.
The humans are just an underclass, whether they know it or not. And
they don't realize that they're being exploited for this reason. And so the main character, Natsumi, and the other main character, Kaburagi, who's actually like an undercover spy for them, for the corporation.
Wait, undercover spy, like amongst whom and for what?
Like I said, there are counterinsurgent gears who are basically rooting out anyone who might be revolutionary or considered a bug in the video game.
Yeah, if you don't adhere to the system, like if you're found out like drunk or like you're like rowdy, they're sent in to take you out.
Okay, so this is basically the
no, they want you drunk and rowdy.
Or well, I guess if upsetting the order, I guess.
So basically, humans are NPCs, and this is the Matrix.
The humans are literally a owned property. Like they are like
under company
copyright.
So wait, so the world is controlled by the gears. Like the robots are being controlled by everyone. The robots dominate the world. Is that it?
Well,
the humans
were. If you watched what is that show?
I watched this 2 episodes.
From a New World, Shinsekai Yori. It's like that, where we've manufactured a new class, but instead of being the underclass, the humans are the underclass, and it's the androids. These people who've been like they're now called gears. And wait, I take it back. They're not people. They're corporations. They're not even people at this point.
Okay,
corporations have more rights than people in this show, so it's not too different from reality, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic in that sense.
To clarify, the first episode plays it straight. It's just Attack on Titan, the first episode. But unlike Attack on Titan, it pays a lot of attention to like the working people of the world. Like the main girl wanted to become a police officer, a soldier.
She wanted to go out to fight the monsters because they killed her father and like cost her.
Just like So there's another Attack on Titan, guys, and then on the second episode, the first thing that you see, like a complete completely different art style. There's like these little like squares just say, "Hey, how is going the Attack on Titan game? Yeah, it's fun." Like, what?
Yeah, they're like that Deca-Dence game sure is fun.
So I guess these little squares, they control society, but they are also just like they are very like workers for the corporations.
Yeah,
as well.
Actually, I feel like I have to watch this.
No,
like
it's very good.
They are
This
like
show is
property
insane.
of the system. Like that's how they describe themselves.
This actually sounds very interesting.
And
Like,
what I would
both
describe
the
it as
robots
is
and
this
the gears.
anime is just capitalist realism, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
We are in. I haven't read like Mark Fisher, is that his name? I haven't read his Inside the Vampire Castle or whatever it's called. But that's what we're literally in, and it's a mega fortress instead.
Yeah, and it's used to just brutally extract resources by murdering.
There you go.
He's gone again.
And from what we understand, there's like this little pet character that's pretty cute. It's like
Pipe.
innocent.
Yeah,
it's this
an innocent.
The enemy are called God dolls, and from this cute pet, I think we're learning that these things actually have sentience and probably aren't worth killing. And slaughtering. Yeah,
especially since it seems like as we're learning in the latest episode, like a lot of this is like pre-orchestrated and like being carried out by like the corporation. Like, do you guys want me to tell you what's happening right now in the story?
I'm gonna watch it, but like, so please
we're
don't.
only on episode 4.
So like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, the rest of the episodes are basically character development, and it's really cool. But like, it doesn't really have much to do with the system, I don't think.
Just you guys wait. Just you guys wait for the big reveal in episode 9 or 10, depending on how long they want this anime to go for.
It's only 12 episodes, but I literally don't see like there's no win condition in sight. It is that capitalist realism so far. Where
it is.
Like, I don't see any way to like how there's gonna have to be like 4 seasons if they want to like change anything at this point. It's not looking pretty good.
The gears have such a huge control over their gear workers and humans that you can't see any way they could win.
I do think that is kind of what they're hinting at being the plot, though. I feel like that's implied to be what the story's going to be about.
Kaburagi, like we described, is one of the agents. So he's not a human. He is a part counterinsurgent. So he's just telling the main character, who is like a naive girl, that you should just stop. There's no hope. You can't change anything about the system. Exactly. That's where the capitalist realism comes in. And of course, I think there's obviously going to be like something that she does, and it's going to be epic. But
yeah, this is interesting because this is like going into that Gurren Lagann territory of drilling the heavens. So this is interesting.
Yeah,
I just don't see how they're going to drill through heavens in 12 episodes. So I hope there's going to be more seasons or something because. It's kind of a short time frame to
it is to drill through the heavens.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I would not put that past them. Maybe they can drill through the heavens in 12 episodes.
This definitely does. This definitely for sure has like a kill Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann vibe to it as well.
Wait, but it's so realistic though. Really, I don't know. It's cyberpunk.
It is cyberpunk.
Okay, guys, let's notice the word tank. Is in it.
What could that mean?
So I think that makes it a 10 out of 10 already. Yeah, that's all I really needed to see.
Yeah, let's just
the main character is a tanker girl. So
yeah, she is a tanker
She's
girl.
She's a tanky.
You could say. Yeah, let's just
T34 Isekai when.
And now apparently at this show maybe.
Actually,
all tankies are bugs and must be eliminated.
All bugs must be eliminated for the sake of the
World War II anime, though. An Isekai World War II anime, though. Amazing.
Isn't that just the saga of Tanya the Cruel?
Evil and
kind of.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is, but the difference is it's like an alternate universe kind of thing. I'm talking about like a time travel isekai where they actually get
transported. It's not really an alternate universe. It's basically the same thing, but with flying wizards.
This is what I'm saying. There actually is. It was made a long time ago, so the production quality and the style is old school. But there actually is one of those which I really want to watch called Mirai, like it's called the ship Mirai or whatever, and because there's a movie Mirai, which is cool, but this is called the ship Mirai, and it's about a modern JSDF destroyer ship getting transported back to the Battle of Midway, and they like have the moral dilemma like in that American movie, The Final Countdown, like where it's like, hey, do we change history because we are Japanese and Japanese people are under attack? Do we change history or do we let things go as they are? And then they have the whole sort of moral debate about it.
Yeah, the moral quandary.
Oh, that was cool. So they can go back on time, but they choose not to. They can choose not to.
No,
they've been transported back in time.
They've been transported back in time, and they have to make the decision. The
moral quandary of like changing history.
Like literally, their ship could single-handedly wipe. As long as it still has ammo, their ship could literally wipe out the entire U.S. Navy in the Pacific if they wanted to, because they're fighting. They're fighting. It's called. What's it? The ship Mirai, I think. It's
I can find that now.
Cool.
JDS Mirai. JDS Mirai.
Ship, though, right? Is that the name of the show as well?
The name of the show is Zipang. Zipang.
Oh, I found the manga.
It was an anime television series from 2004 to 2005.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we've literally talked about every show.
Yeah, we actually have.
Except maybe Fire Force, the second season, but that's just like more Fire Force. I don't really feel any need to talk about other than Best Girl, who is a Inca, has appeared, and I'm actually excited to watch it now because Inca is a great character. She is evil, like there are no redeeming qualities about her, but she just wants to burn rich people's houses down, and that's kind of based in my opinion. But
that does sound based.
But she is an antagonist who does not care about the sanctity of human life. So take that as you will. But I don't care.
Do we want to come back from death and return to Ray Zero then? Just to sort of make a neat bow tie on this.
Oh my god! Does anyone in the comments have any shows? We've done it. We've completed. Other than this other bad show, we haven't talked about a show that we watched, so we have to discuss it. But the Misfit of the Demon King Academy. Some of us have watched the show, so I'm sorry. But we have to get some compensation. We have to get some compensation out of seeing this.
Yeah, because I did watch this, so let's talk about it.
So One Punch Man started an unfortunate trend in the light novel sphere, where we need the protagonist to be a god. Like by episode 4 of the show, we will have defeated the god of time itself.
Yes. I didn't even understand that. I didn't comprehend what happened.
Did One Punch Man really start the trend?
Not necessarily, but
I would argue that Sword Art Online started the trend.
This is a genre upon itself.
Hey guys, did you know Eminem is trying to be a contrarian?
Oh my god!
Can we get a contrarian counter in the comments, please? That would be excellent.
Tally it up.
Twice, I'm counting on you.
We have to remember that in Sword Art Online, Asuka is kind of a little bit stronger than Kirito sometimes, and even the owner of the game as well. But yeah, it's kind of it's subtle. He's not exactly overpowered, right? It's subtle. Sometimes he is, and sometimes he isn't, right?
Okay.
Well, as opposed to this show, where
struggles a little bit. Kirito struggles to win his fights, right? So it's not exactly overpowered. He tries.
So,
also, could we get a count on Soviet winter person's disconnects?
That would be 20, 21.
Yeah.
I don't know if people will know. They won't notice that, but it does happen quite a bit.
Yeah, no kidding. About this show, though.
Summarize the plot for the people.
So basically, the Demon King disappears from the world for 2,000 years, and he's like, "Oh, you guys make a new world after I'm gone, and I'll come back and I'll check it out and see what's up."
Basically, did a Zero Requiem for obvious reasons. he got stabbed through by a sword by like this other like human comrade who's like, "Oh, I'll help you restart the world," and they did that.
Yeah, that's true.
And he
Maybe
was like
that reference-
painted as like an evil demon villain that needed to be toppled
Yeah,
to unite things.
basically. So then
But guess
he came
what?
back.
Life and death do not matter to them. He ascends both of those things. He's back.
His original plan, he makes a pact with the hero, and he says, "I'm gonna like die and like make my energy so we can make a pact and divide the humans and the demons, so the war stops because that's all we care about. Let's stop the war, and then I will be reborn. And that's the pact. But no one remembers that he's gonna be reborn. No one knows that, so he just is reborn
Yeah, and then he goes
as the main antagonist.
He grows up in the span of a month, and he goes to the Demon Academy. This is literally what happens. And he's basically the best at everything.
Like, we've seen this before, where characters are so powerful, they deliver themselves into existence. But I've never seen it quite like this, where it took place in a month, where he went through every stage of puberty, and right into high school. I've never seen that before. That was interesting.
Yeah, especially the talking man baby with like the man's voice. That was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yes, he literally is born. They're like, "It's our baby," and he's like, "My name is like the dark, like the demon lord king Amos or whatever his name is."
Yeah, this show's okay. It's pretty cute. But
it's pretty wacky.
It's as we described. It's
okay. I know
it's
this
as
isn't
trashy
this
as it is,
season,
so.
but Strike Witches season 3
Yo!
Is that
coming out in fall.
I'm so excited! You have no idea! I've been waiting for 10 years for this!
Finally, something I'm actually interested in.
The fall season, an actual good season, man.
Road to
something
Berlin.
we haven't
This has
had in
got
2020,
us
to
all
be honest.
over it.
Oh, dude. I'm excited. It's the liberation of Germany from the Noroi. We've got the old crew back. We've got Mia Fuji. We've got Barkhorn. We've got Mina. I'm so excited. I'm like, the trailer has them air launching from a B-17. Like, yo, I am.
We'll be here all day if we talk about Strike Witches, apparently.
I guess so.
No,
Wait, is it
I
called
have like.
Assault Lily, or is it something completely different?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Like,
there's
well,
another show that looks
You
like
missed it. It's up a little bit. Down. After Colton Kamui.
Oh, I was just looking at the show. That looks really cool. It's called Assault Lily. It's by Shaft Studios, so you know it's going to be good. But
So,
it looks
also
like
a rap battle anime. I don't know what that'll be like.
A rap battle anime. What is that?
Japanese hip hop is fucking.
Is that made by Yuasa?
Oh god, I clicked on the video for a sec, and I just had like Inception levels of video.
There he goes again, and he's back.
So I just want to say about that show we were talking about, the one about
the Demon
King.
Academy.
Like it follows that big trend. Like the main character is the OP, and there's a girl who looks like Rey from Evangelion. She's cold, and she has an expressive
Little
emotion
personality.
and then there's Asuka. She's
It
explosive.
executes
She has
every
fire
anime
powers.
trope, but I'm gonna say of executing anime tropes, it's watchable. Actually,
It is.
Like, it's not
Because the
watchable.
quality of the production is really good. It has like a lot of design choices that are pretty cool.
When you're
like it's
saying
not gonna
that-
blow you away, but I'm just gonna say it gets a watchable pass. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
When you're saying
then-
it has the girl from Evangelion, of course you're talking about Rikini. This is an
We're doing inside jokes. Only we understand.
All I'm hearing is contrarian.
Oh my god. Zone has poisoned the well. I'm not welcome here anymore.
If you weren't so goddamn predictable, it wouldn't be, you know.
Okay.
Okay, back to the topic at hand.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
So like
basically
it's a nice,
freeform
it's one of
live
those
stream
fantasies. the main guy is very cool all the time. He has like a big smirk.
Yeah, he can do whatever power. He can travel through time and rewrite time and shit.
Everyone doubts him, and like through the true force, like, see, I am more powerful than you. You are wrong, and they're like, oh, you're right, I am wrong. So everyone just joins their side. It's pretty self-indulgent, but it's fun. The one time he even says, you think you can kill me just by killing me?
Yeah, I think I die just by getting killed. That's ridiculous.
It was funny because Wikijibo, this was one of the shows he was watching right before we started going live, and I'm like, okay, so you think the show's trash, right, Roki, in the DMs? And he's like, yeah, the show is trash. And I'm like, then why did you get to episode 4? That was my question. Why did you get to episode 4 if it was that bad?
Yeah,
because I want to understand the plot. And they say, wait, someone changed. That there is some plot going on. That someone changed his name through history. Someone like manipulated people's memories, like and abused the time he was dead to like change stuff.
Yeah.
So I was curious to know what was going on, but I don't think they would ever like address that meaningfully.
I think that's the main plot, though. I think.
Hey,
I'm not sure.
Completely off topic. This is completely off topic, but hey, Zolo. I would assume, as a man of culture, you are aware that Strike Witches is doing a Idol Show spin-off, right?
I am aware now, and believe me, it will probably be on my workout playlist because there's nothing better to run to than idols.
No, they're actually
motivation.
Idols that are jets.
Like I have honestly thought about making like. I know because of the mic quality so bad, and because it was in my early days of YouTube. Honestly, I'm thinking about remaking my Love Live review and doing a better video about not just Love Live, but just replacing my Love Live review because it's terrible quality in terms of voice and so on, and replacing it with a proper argument that idol shows are actually, in a weird twist of irony, the most based shows out there.
Yes, what we really need is leftist idol groups to take back cultural domination.
And spread class consciousness.
We need idol groups like you would see in the DPRK on a global stage. And Love Live might be it. Love Live might be what we need.
No, French Shushu is the vanguard here.
You're probably joking, but my gears are already turning in my head. I'm starting to wonder about the logistics of this and if we can actually do that.
Yeah, because no, seriously, Fran Shushu, Zombieland Saga, as I said in my video, which all of you should have watched by now. Thank you, Calliope, for editing it. Is the culmination of the cultural revolution in Japan. Like Fran Shushu is the most progressive group of all time.
They are a very accepting group.
You mean the Zombie Idols? Is that one?
Zombieland Saga is the most progressive anime in existence so far.
Okay, I don't know about that, but yes.
I don't know about that either.
Okay.
We talked about this a lot, though. So,
these are some bold statements, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm all about idols.
I'm making that bold statement because this is the internet.
Well, I'm just wondering. We kind of overlooked this because it dropped all at once in 10 episodes, but did anyone besides me and Wikijibo watch Japan Sinks 2020? Just wondering.
I did not watch it, sorry.
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Nothing to apologize for, Soviet. You are still a beautiful human being.
Has our contrarian watched it? I'm assuming no. But maybe he'll say yes because I asked him directly.
Let me now embarrass myself in front of a dozen viewers by pretending that I watched it.
Well, it's not to be the contrarian this time. It feels good.
What is your take on Japan Sinks since you already saw it?
Well, yes, I have my video on it, and my overall opinion on it is that it's great. Oh, you're talking about Eminem. Yeah. What is the contrarian going to say about Japan Sinks? I wonder.
I'm trying to think of a bit to make it funny, but I can't think of it.
All I'm gonna say is I agree with your analysis, Cal. It is the embodiment of addressing Japan's issues with modern day conservatism and the fact that the fucking Japanese race realists have their own boat and it fucking implodes.
No, it was
funny as
totally like a 1-for-1. Like, these are real people, and they went up in flames.
I could imagine them being like just Americans, just as easily, just like we, like exactly the people I'm talking
with
about.
their fucking
It was funny, but the Americans, it
and-
looked like they only cared about their little island base on Okinawa. That's the only thing they cared about, and it sunk immediately. So it's like, okay, we're out of here. We lost our foothold. We lost our foothold on Japan. So that's our humanitarian aid. I mean, we're done.
Like, Okinawa sinks. Like Okinawa sinks, but. Like, like you would have thought that where Okinawa is, like how far away it is from the Japanese mainland, it shouldn't have sunk. But, plot, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was much there to that. It was just because it was more to the east that it was the first to sink, and it's just like, oh no, everything's gonna sink now. I will say, this show does not deserve a 6.61. It's very cheesy, but like, I think the message it delivers at the end is very powerful. It's worth a watch for sure.
I think, like, it does very much have this idea of of contrasting the reality of a new Japan with new Japanese versus the idea of what Japan was and what it should be.
The traditionalist like message.
Yeah, like because. That's what the author, I think, was getting at. Like, the conservatism that ruins Japan, which it literally does ruin Japan, is destroying the country steadily.
Like, it's over the top that Japan is sinking. Like, it's over the top that Japan is sinking. But, like, if you look at their GDP and stuff like that, in that sense, it is. It is not.
Yeah.
And if you look at how they're handling coronavirus, if you look at how they're handling the pandemic, they're not handling it. They're just hiding the numbers like any other country, like US,
like the West,
like the West. Every capitalist country in that sense.
What do you mean? What conservatism? Have you all not watched my video?
I watched your video.
I made an hour and 30 minutes.
What do you think Japan thinks the conservatives are being
what we need
shown
is
destroying?
What we need is like a anime.
I like how Pac-Man is just constantly shouting out his video, but I did specifically make the Japan Sinks video just to shout his video out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying the reason I'm shouting my video out is like, if you don't watch Japan Sinks, just watch my video instead.
His video is an hour long, and that might look long, but it is shorter than Japan Sinks, and you will get more out of it. So, just saying.
The ultimate takeaway point from all of this is, dear viewers, go watch Poseidon's Pac-Man. Instead of this bullshit, actually, just go watch Poseidon's Pac-Man.
There we go.
We have our contrarian, and we have our shill. What will we have next?
Yeah, no, but this is my channel. And like, yeah, there it is. The beautiful.
Here, I'll
no, but I want to hear what Zello wanted to say, because you were just about to say something, Zello.
I cannot remember what I was gonna say.
Yo, I would like to point out on this main screen, you're on the main screen of my channel right now. I would like to point out you can spot exactly the point where I got a graphics designer, because you look at the Girls on Panzer but it's Vietnam video and you could just see the quality of thumbnail just skyrocket.
Like I wanted to ask you that, but I didn't feel like adding you for it. But like that, you got that design, you didn't just find that on Google search?
Yeah, my friend Crypto, Anarchy, Ancom Aesthetics go buy his t-shirts.
Okay, you're gonna have to DM me their info. You're gonna have to DM me the info, and if they do commissions, because that looks really good.
Yeah, they charge. As I said, I pay them 20 Australian dollars or 20 Australian dollars a thumbnail, which is 10 British pounds to them.
Holy shit!
10 quid a thumbnail. Yeah, so. That's Girls and Panzer, but it's Vietnam. If you look, like, I wish I could send you, like, the actual... Actually, you know what? I can send you the actual image, Cal, so you can bring it up on stream. But the amount of detail that he puts into his work is quite astonishing. Because, like, as you can see on the main page there, you can actually see that he's got like that he did a new thumbnail for my Sword Art Online video, which I had to re-upload because I lost all the views on it, so I'm really bummed about that. But at the same time, maybe a re-release will do it some good with a new thumbnail.
That sinks, but it doesn't seem like it was gaining that many views. So like, it at least got a reboot. It started from 0.
Yeah,
so there you go.
If
you open up that image, that's the thumbnail. He actually made that.
Yeah, pulling up the full res. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but here we go. I'll send you the full res version in Discord chat. If you check your DMs in Discord.
Yeah, I pulled it up. It's just delayed a bit.
If you look at the full res version of the Girls in Panzer, but it's Vietnam.
Oh my god, still worse girl though? I just noticed that. Look at this.
Oh my god!
I don't think you asked for that. I think you just added that. Like, are you good?
Yeah, that's what I say to him. That's what I say to him. I literally say, "This is what the title is. This is what the theme is. This is the vibe I'm going for. Everything else is your creative decision. Go nuts." And this is what he comes up with. If you look at the Girls in Panzer one, though, it's an absolute work of genius. Because bring up the Girls in Panzer one. Bring it up on the stream in full res.
Oh my god, she's doing like tea time.
Yeah. Like, bring it up in full res. I'm gonna wait for the stream to pop up so I can see us all looking at it.
This font is so good.
Yeah, like, okay, so I don't know, but I really like that. I was gonna say picture, but drawing of Asuna. Like, it's a very good drawing of Asuna. Like, I like. Okay, so now that I can see it's up on the stream, so everyone can see. Okay, so if you look closely at Darjeeling, it's tea time, right? But if you look closely at Darjeeling's badge, where the St. Gloriana logo should be is actually a Ho Chi Minh Pioneers badge. If you look closely.
It's like how there's so many little details that no one will even be able to visibly see. But this is good. I like it.
That's dedication right there.
Exactly, right? Like, as I said, my man, Ancom Aesthetics, I'm gonna find his store.
Only a true comrade would do this much details.
That is worth 10 British pounds per thumbnail.
Yeah, his work is absolutely immaculate. Absolutely immaculate. Where is Crypto? Just don't talk to him about your guys' politics, fellas, because he is
maybe I can make serviceable thumbnails myself, so I don't know if he wants to make some thumbnails for a dangus like me.
Oh, no, he will. Like,
productive forces of thumbnails are already at capacity. It would be irresponsible to use the productive forces.
Look at this live stream thumbnail. You can't argue that this is pretty serviceable. We got googly eyes on Echinada. I don't know how to say her name. Apparently it's like Russian.
Ekidona.
Apparently it's in like Russian, which is pretty cool.
Yes, the googly eyes was a pretty brilliant idea.
So I'm gonna put this. So you can.
Me too.
So you can bring it up on the stream there, Cal. If you can bring it up on the stream, but I will put this in the actual group chat because I can, because I'm a mod on this server, so I can put links in the chat, boys.
Oh wow!
This is Aesthetic Ancom merch, which is the aesthetic leftist merch for the class struggle.
Nice.
And it's a full selection of T-shirts that you can get.
Not related to Art Channel, but
go back to that
Asuna
picture.
Pac-Man has been on EML, so.
Yeah,
go back to the Asuna one.
Yeah, so like,
beautiful.
And like,
Asuna. Damn.
Dude,
like,
I'm not a big Stirner guy, but I will say the T-shirt with the death of my ego and the Stirner face. That's good. That's good. I wear that.
Look, if you look at this, my favorite ones like on here. EML is no more, unfortunately, but that's a tribute to posterity. But the subtitle is a catchphrase that the Eastern Marshlands podcast used to have, which we had to keep saying to try not to get demonetized, which we were anyway, which is EML does not advocate violence. So it says EML in big letters, and it just says does not advocate violence in tiny letters underneath.
I see it. Yeah.
But the merch he has there is all very good. You can buy his shirts. Also. He makes my graphic designs and my thumbnails and my logo. So the Anarchy A with cat ears is his design and my logo. And yeah, so that's my graphics designer, Crypto.
Wait, Isekai reviewers, but for NTR. So, I mean, if you're into that, you're into it,
Wait, did we just suddenly start talking about Peter Grill or something here?
And a rental girlfriend.
Yo, boys, we've been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so
let's wrap this up. There are nothing else to discuss. Like, we've discussed everything. This season's been pretty stale.
You bring up NTR and everyone leaves.
I just want we have so little to discuss. We have spent the last 10 minutes talking about Posadas Pac-Man's graphic artist.
I completely agree. That's why I brought, I don't know. I was just like, that's like the one show we haven't talked about.
You just personally
I see what's going on. Zolo just wanted to kill the stream, yeah. It's pretty transparent.
We've reached this level.
Just bring up NTR. That is it.
No, actually, I'm into it. Let's talk about NTR some more.
Okay, so I'm officially ending the stream. We'll see you later. We've